And there we go. Second game of the evening, same caster team. We're the casters from Heflatv. I'm Heflatv myself, and with me is the awesome Coucher. We bring to you Dota 2 Romania, this Spring Cup. The first game, a very uneven game. XPC was pretty much racing through the other team, and well, this time I hope they get more resistance. They face the former known Team Tesla, now registered on for this tournament as Team UFH. I have no idea what it means, but for now they are UFH, and we see the first buns coming out.
Yeah, the Nyx Assassin, the Ancient Apparition, rather standard. Nyx Assassin not getting banned out that often, but the Ancient Apparition on the other hand, like constantly banned or picked. The ultimate, just so strong as is the Chilling Touch. Early on, the extra magical damage, 50 damage on the first level for like 3 consecutive right clicks, I think. So huge burst damage can come out from that because it does affect an area, and so if you have loads of teammates in the area, it's like the highest damage nuke, if you can say so, for the first level.
Yep, definitely. And XPC is getting their Invoker again. Last game we had the Invoker, he was winning his mid lane. He had not too much of impact at the game, simply for the fact that the roaming Nyx and Sven combination worked out, and the Clockwork was also absolutely dominating on his lane. So there was not even need for Quas Wax Walker, there was nothing to disable because pretty much everything died under the normal well, let's say XP advantage, like the higher skills versus lower HP heroes. That's pretty much made the deal. Anyway, Team UFH here coming up with a Visage. I like it, or Visage. Doesn't matter how we pronounce it. I go for Visage. Early game potential. I like it. I really like the soul assumptions coming out. And this time we see the Clockwork on the other side. That's interesting.
Yeah, this time the XPC don't get it. The Clockwork was, like, I think one of the most successful Clockworks I have ever seen in my life.
And with the most weird item choices, you forgot to mention.
Yeah, well,
Dagger,
that of course.
Orchid.
But the Mirana is, I mean, the Clockwork might get some arrows into himself just purely for the fact of using cogs. But then again, he can get himself quite easily out of there. Just one hit on one cog and then just run away.
Yeah, definitely. And on the other side, we have the Mirana. Well, Moonlight Shadow, very strong ultimate. You always need to buy detection against it. We have the arrow. The question is, does the Mirana get something to synergize with? We already talked about the Bane, but Bane is being banned out. I just see it right now. And yeah, but there's still many other heroes who have a stun or any sort of disable where arrow is easy to land. And even without it, Mirana can still hit arrow. Of course, it takes a bit more effort, but yeah. Question is, roaming Mirana, supporting Mirana, farming Mirana. We saw the farming Mirana as of late pretty often. So yeah.
Yeah, it can go either way really at the moment, so it's nice to leave your choices open like that. Mirana just a pretty decent hero overall, with the leap, quite survivable as well, and as you said, the Moonlight Shadow, it can help your teammates survive a almost certain death, just because early on it's really hard to get detection, but a Wraith King, wow.
Yes, very nice. And I tell you, this is gonna be a support Wraith King. This is my vote. Simply for the fact that support Wraith King is so underestimated because he's so nice to play as a support, and he has this easy transition later into damage. You can get a soaring rush on him. He's just going around 4 points into that damn stun of him. It hurts so much. I think, is it 250, 300 damage plus HP burn afterwards, and of course the stun, plus it's an easy setup with the Mirana, and of course we have the Invoker there in play too. And as I said, he can transition, but maybe we see him in a farming role like the traditional role. Let's see. And Gyro Lion, what do you say?
Gyro, well, he's a really hard carry, but then again, really needs that BKB, especially against the lineup that Extreme XPC already have. There's just so much disable and magic damage that already can come out from them.
Yep,
of course,
definitely.
the same might apply for XPC's lineup, as Lion, of course, with the Finger of Death, pretty much can take care of one hero instantly together with his Earth Spike stun.
I look especially there at Mirana and Batrider. Low HP pool and Lion, even the level 1. Just a bit damage, get them down 1/3, and then pretty much Lion, Finger of Death already does it. Question is, does Lion get that level 6 fast? That's the question. Maybe with some successful roam, he will do that. I just wanted to say something about Gyro. That the upside on Gyro is that it's one of those hard carries that deal the most damage on the lowest level. That's just a fact. Simply for the high magic damage coming out. If you skill it, that's the other question. Then the downside is we have him nerfed. The cooldown has been nerfed, so his AoE damage is lower, and also the fact is he needs that BKB, as you already said, and there has to come a second item which gives him some damage, because you can flag cannon as much as you want, but like if you have no damage, then it doesn't really matter. So Gyrocopter needs quite some farm. We talk about a net worth here of, let's say, 10k plus, then he gets significant.
Yeah, but like you said, he can actually deal a decent amount of damage early game just with the rocket barrage if he gets close to somebody. And the flag cannon is just usually... I've seen him sometimes in like 1v1 situations, maybe against the Nature's Prophet, and the flag cannon just pushes the Nature's Prophet out of the lane. But the flag cannon, of course, will deal so much more damage later on when he actually has some items to back it up.
Yeah, definitely. And now that we saw the Wraith King Batrider coming out of XPC here, so the question is, if they pick now another core who's farming, then it might actually be this time a Mirana Wraith King support / roaming combo, which I would like to see. Then again, I might be wrong, and there's now a support coming out, and we see the Wraith King in a farming role. So this is absolutely... I won't say anything about the laning for XPC right now, because you can play him either way. In the meantime, we see a Outworld Destroyer coming out for Team UFH, and well, nice counter against the Invoker. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, the OD, more often than not, pretty much like 99% I would think, will just dominate his lane.
Yep.
That's how the hero is pretty much designed.
And I also like this synergy that comes up between all those heroes, because you have a nice setup. You have Astral Imprisonment into Lion Hacks, into Lion Stun, into Assault by Clockwork, into Cogs by Clockwork, Gyrocopting doing damage on top of it. Visage Stun could focus on the Astral Imprisonment target, and also like as a counter tool, Batrider daggering in, getting instant Astral Imprisoned, or even the target he has lassoed. Very nice. Also, all the targets that are stunned by either Mirana Ultimate or Wraith King stun, you can Astral Imprison them. So even for the defensive part, really nice stuff can come out here. I hope Team UFH will utilize this.
Yeah, it is actually a pretty nice spell to use for that. And overall, UFH, together with the Power Cogs as well as now the Astral Imprisonment, they have a pretty nice setup for the cooldown of the Gyrocopter as well. Just keeping the heroes in place to make sure that at least the first missile hits them and slows.
Yep, definitely. And well, like about the bans, we saw now a Puck coming banned out by XPC, and we had the OD as an answer. So I don't think, maybe the Puck would have been their first choice. Not sure about that, because the Dream Coil would have been also a very nice thing to set up. What I have to say is that the OD will be happy about Batrider and Wrath King, because low int heroes, you can steal nice intelligence, they're pretty fast, and yeah, they lose their mana and you will get quite some damage on them with your ultimate.
Yeah, that ultimate just so strong, and I actually like OD's Essence Aura as well. The almost every single hero from UFH can spam out a ton of spells. Usually they just run out of mana, but with the Essence Aura, they probably can just keep on spamming those spells and keep on fighting.
Yep, definitely. And we see, I was right. I was absolutely right. Luna is the farming core, and this is gonna be supporting Wrath King Mirana. Last time we saw the Swen Nyx setup by XPC. Now the same pattern, again 2 stunning heroes that synergize very well, can support any lane. This is very interesting.
I
Very
actually would have
interesting.
preferred Sven like they did last game, but hopefully they will prove me pleasantly wrong. It's just
No, but trust me, Rev King support, I like it. Even played in a team that played him as a support. I played him as a support as well, and I think it's kinda underestimated because he has that nice potential later to come into the game, doing some damage. The aura he provides, the lifesteal, is significant and goes for all. And yeah, his stun, already told you, is so damn annoying. Anyway, we go fast and introduce the teams. We have on the Dire side, we have Tomita. On the Visage, we have Satellite on the Clockwork. Mr. Symbol is on the Lion, and Sirek is on the Gyro. New Mouse Boys, take me east, please. Well, that's a nice name. For the OD, and you take the Radiant.
yeah. And for the Radiant, Massacre playing on the Batrider. Rasvan is on the Invoker with Sub-Zero playing the Brave King. Milan probably being the carry on the Luna, and Fili 97 up on the Mirana.
Yep, definitely. And the pause came too early, so we can't analyze who is picking up wards and where they probably be. We gotta wait. This looks like some obligatory pause, like just at the start of the team. Nothing we can do. We see a couple blinks.
Yeah. So as we see, I mean, it only makes sense to me because it is kind of like cheating, just giving the influx. Well, I really
it was a nice gaming for the viewer, and the game was anyway over last game. So, well, I don't take it too serious there. But yeah, I guess Valve has some problems there. Anyway, they should be ready now, and the game should commence. I really hope this is gonna be a very close game. Like, our Group A games were amazing, over an hour, pretty close, base races involved, amazing team fights, and I wanna exactly see this.
Yeah, of course, it's always better for the casters as well as the viewers to see some excitement in the games.
Yeah, definitely.
And by the way, I'm wondering whether like Valve servers or something went red, like an alert started doing noise or whatever, like, oh, too many items given out.
Maybe Valve has some protection bot. Anyway, we see the dust coming out by the Visage, and yep, sentries are on the Vicious as well, and already 5-man dust heading to the bottom lane now, and probably transitioning into the jungle. On the other side, we see the team being spread out, but staying in the base so far. We have two smokes on the Mirana, and the wards are carried by no one. No, we have the 2 observers being on the Ref King. Nothing to deward yet. I guess that will come later in the game.
Yeah, Luna is just
Of
Spino
each other.
nothing. He only has 4 tangos. Clockwork, can he get anything? Luna might be in trouble.
Oh, but he's going back. He's
the wrong
going
hero
back.
went first. Earthquake actually hits the Wraith King. There's the Grave Shield to follow up. The arrow hits the OD, so the OD can follow. Wraith King on
And
the run now.
Clockwork has
Clockwork
cogs,
wants the
but he
cogs.
didn't use them.
But he is slightly faster, but the cogs actually push Wraith King towards the tower, and that's a failed gank.
This could have been the first blood, but Clockwork not going for assault. Battery assault is nothing skilled, and he went for the cogs, but he didn't cogs anyone. He also went back on site.
Arrow to fly now. Actually, Lion gets it. Grave Chill on the Luna. Astral Imprisonment to make sure he is safe. Luna actually taking some considerable damage in
But
return,
there's
as is the
stun on
Wraith
the
King.
Ref King.
Yeah, he does get hit by the Earthspike at level 1 Earthspike so low. Nevertheless, Outworld Devourer gets the kill, and Luna now also most likely falling down. XPC, why would they go in?
Wow.
3 versus 5.
This is 2-for-1 exchange. The Leon dies after one. There's another arrow.
Mirana
on
will
the
get the
Visage.
wishes probably. One more right click will finish the job, yeah.
It ends in a 2-for-2. Very interesting. There's a lot of action here going on before even the creep waves meet. That's pretty interesting.
It was so slow and hectic, but Luna didn't get anything out of it really. Has 2 assists, but he wasn't there for the kill, so didn't get XP.
No XP even. Yeah, that's really sad to see. Anyway, the final laning is now the Bat Rider being on the offlane, the Visage now level 2, having this advantage over the Bat.
Actually, top lane, Batrider is a big trouble and does fall down.
He went for man fight against the Visage, but he forgot about the fact they just exchanged on bottom. He was already level 2, there was already the soul assumption out. I think he absolutely underestimated that. Yeah, level 2
Yeah,
versus
definitely.
level
And
1.
Clockwork might be in some trouble now on the bottom lane. Does have the power cogs, already uses it. But he's getting boxed in quite nicely. Breaking stun to fly. The arrow's not there actually yet, but there is the Sunstrike. So Exhort Invoker.
Yeah.
As Clockwork dies.
And this
so
is
yeah.
Mirana on a killing spree. Very nice action. We are at 1 minute and 25 seconds and it's 3-on-3. I love
Well,
the game
that's exactly
so far.
what we wanted to see.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see. And it's even. I mean, right now it's even. Now even the Luna got some level of this kill. And the Clockwork, yeah, he was just a bit too cocky here.
And actually, Batrider already farming up the jungle.
Yeah.
Just going greedy from level 1. He needs to stack a little bit more though. I think he will miss the stack now. The Hellbear came out a little bit too soon.
He pulled at 51. Yeah, that's not enough. The creeper's going back. So he missed his stack there. But maybe he's not even interested in it. Maybe he just wants to go for the level 2, which he got right now, and then start stacking.
It might be an arrow actually to fly. Hits as well on the Clockwork. He might be in some big trouble. Wraith Knight is there. Brave Fire Flash goes out, and yep, that is the
Very
kill.
nice setup. I told you it's gonna work.
It was just purely because of the arrow.
Still, it would have worked the other way around. Maybe not under the tower, but yeah, it definitely works as you have a nice arrow into the Wrath Knight stun, and it is level 1 to the like 2
And
seconds.
they're going
duration.
towards mid now. Outer to over so far up on the lane. Finally starts to go back, but there's the stun. The arrow to follow up with the Sunstrike to hit. Can he astral? Yeah, he astrals himself, but I think he will go down. Nevertheless, a few right clicks are necessary. And yeah, another Brave Fire Blast to ensure the kill.
And
There
Visage
is the Visage actually, together with the Lion, but they don't have enough Cold Snap on the Visage. Mirana now does still have the leap, should be fine. Lion only level 1 Hex. He is there, but just not enough right click damage. Will there be another arrow? He leaps, arrow, and yeah.
into the Mirana. But the last hit, like the last wish of the Lion was to see that Mirana dead, and he was actually successful with it.
Yeah, and he got quite a lot of gold from it actually, ending the
Unfortunately,
Mirana.
no XP though. This is 480 gold towards the Lion, and he's gonna be very happy about it, but unfortunately no XP. Like that early finger definitely would make a difference. Anyway, XPC trading after all, still better. We have a 6-on-4. And yeah, I think now a bit less action finally. Can take a breath.
Yeah, there's so much action. Actually, TP coming towards the top lane. There are some napalm stacks on the gyrocopter. The arrow completely misses though, and
Yeah.
that will end up with absolutely nothing.
Which is not too bad after all, getting the game a bit back into normal laning phase, please. But we see a
Oh, there's
rotation
the smoke
already.
by the Lion and Visage. Visage level 4, level 2 to soul assumption. Loads of damage potentially coming out there, and he might catch his support actually as Mirana comes in from the side. They do spot her out, but they don't know which is the correct one, I think.
No, I think now they know. Yep, the rocket hit, and they saw that this is an illusion. The other one is heading for scouting, so they know now.
Yeah, they're going for it. There's the Hex, the Grave Shield. They're doing a decent amount of damage, but the leap, oh, still the Earthquake hits. Soul Assumption to follow, but just not enough. Lion actually is doing some nice damage just with the early boots, but Mirana also has them. Now the arrow flies, misses. Clockwork dies on the bottom lane in the meantime.
Yep, the Wrath King diving there even.
Oh god, this game.
This game is gonna be a mess. Very interesting so far though. Like XPC ahead now with another kill, and they rotate top. Getting some protection back to the gyrocopter. He's been farming so far, and we're gonna check the last hits. Like Luna heading with 25-7. Oh, mid again action. Arrow into Sunstrike. Easiest kill of his life there. And then
Yeah, it just
Mirana
happened so
working
fast.
out. Except for one arrow on the top lane, I think he hit every arrow with or without setup so far. Pretty nice performance there by the Mirana on XPC side.
Yeah, he's hitting them at the crucial times, which is what matters. So definitely working out so far.
Yeah, and when we talk about last hits, as I said, the Luna like leading the chart at the moment. The gyrocopter now uncontested. He can catch up a bit, but he's missing quite some last hits, I have to say though. Batrider now also number 2 with the jungling part he does. And I don't think there's any point of him coming back to that top lane. He's doing quite fine now in the jungle. He's well, not quite halfway to his dagger, but the dagger will come out eventually. There's a stun on the clockwork bottom lane. I think
Yeah,
it's
but they
just
don't
harassing.
follow it up. They were messing around with the shop, I think, as well. Luna actually has her Hand of Midas in the stash for at least a minute now. The courier just working overtime, bringing wards to the Mirana. It actually was going halfway back already in the jungle. Then like, oh wait, I have my wards there. So the Midas actually could have been already in the hands of Luna, so getting delayed a little bit.
Yeah, and very interesting for the Batrider. We saw that ward just going down here, so now all jungle camps will spawn. Easier farm for the Batrider there.
Yeah, but actually there's another smoke for XPC, for Mirana and Brave King if they want to use it. I think Mirana is just fishing for an arrow from the low ground.
Yeah, and this is Midas Gaming, by the way. It's flying to the Luna right now, so they think they have the time and the potential that the Luna can actually go into a Midas.
And the arrow is flying, but no, just hits a creep.
Not hitting, yeah. Second arrow that actually not hit any decent target this game.
Yeah, actually OD in the mid lane doing a decent enough job. Does have more last hits than the Invoker, but has also died twice. I think the first time was in the jungle, the early clash. Oh, Mirana coming in from the backside. Actually, they want to get a kill on OD. The Brave Knight is there as well, going to rotate around from the other side. Yeah.
Yeah, but he knows it. He knows it that something is going on.
He actually finds the Mirana as well. After the imprisonment, he is now on the run now and actually goes back a little bit, breaking, trying to chase, but he ain't fast enough.
Yep, he only got brown boots. Like, surprisingly, he did not go for anything. Anyway, like, Batrider is gonna get hit by a rocket, but he's farming up that creep wave. And the tri lane on top not getting as much farm as the Luna. The Luna being alone there, not being harassed by the clockwork at all. So Luna's coming out of top, even though the gyrocopter definitely making up some last hits. Now, it's 48-45 core versus core here. So yeah, like finally some farm coming into the game instead of like harassing action or kill attempts.
The safe lanes are farming rather similarly, of course, Luna having a little bit of an advantage. Especially now with the Midas, even if he gets the same amount of last hits, he will still be ahead in XP.
Clockwork going for the Luna.
Yeah, he actually might get it. He can't get the Eclipse to just activate.
Some stutter action coming there out by the Luna, but I'm sorry, Assault is just faster than your cast animation. And also the next dangerous situation is coming here. The Ref Knight with Invisibility Rune. This is level 2 stun into Sunstrike.
Yeah, they go for it. There's the Sunstrike and it does it as well. He finally gets the Astral Imprisonment, but I think they will get the right clicks and he has a... Oh, nice Earthquake by the Lion. They turn it around. OD drops the bomb and gets the kill.
Yeah, very nice. This is double damage rune. One bottle tick kept him alive. And at the same time, Batrider is getting the gyrocopter. The Lion abandoned the gyrocopter for the mid. They were successful there, but like as a direct trade, the gyrocopter is falling.
Yeah, the lasso into the Sacred Arrow, and now that's the Blink Dagger. 9 minutes in for the Batrider, pretty nice with the bottle and the boots.
So overall, they actually lose again here. Team UFH, not a better trade. I mean, the Luna died, and I thought this was a small success, but the other core died as well, plus their failed attempt on the OD. So OD is home, and up on his sleeve is the kill on the Ref Knight.
Actually, another Midas flying out for the Invoker now.
Yeah, I was wondering all the time, because he saved up 1,300 the last time I looked into the mid lane, and yeah, I was expecting that, to be honest. This is
Going
double Midas now running.
Really greedy there.
Yeah, very greedy lineup. I hope it doesn't flip back, because, I don't know. 2 Midases on a very crucial heroes.
Arrow...
Does not connect, but in the meantime we see the tier 1 falling probably. This tri-lane now being a dual lane. Familiars doing level, like the Visage with the early level is already level 6. And we see the same on the bottom lane. So both tier 1s down, pretty much like a mirror match at the moment. But I think difference is now Gyrocopter Visage keep going. No, they fall back as well.
The Gyrocopter actually going for the heavy farm as well, getting the helm of the Dominator. Probably now going to dominate the creep, send it to the Ancients and
No.
start stacking.
They smoke instead. Oh, but yeah, the creep is dominated. But they want to go for a gank. And why not? They have a slow.
Oh,
into
they're
a
gonna
hex.
run into the Invoker with the Moonlight Shadow. The Moonlight Shadow just runs out and Gyrocopter, come on. There is the rocket, not used yet actually, but the cooldown is there, hitting both hits. Invoker tries to turn it around, but goes down beforehand. Now the lasso onto the outward Devourer, but he's hexed, he's so slow, can't drag him anywhere. Great Fire Blast as well, and actually they do get the kill. Just too much damage slightly from the damage over time of the Brave King and the Firefly. And now Brave King just farming up. Not farming, but battling with the illusions. They're going for the Visage. Visage doesn't do too much damage, but somehow still surviving. Clockwork going down in the meantime to the Invokers, Forge Spirits, as they also get the Visage. Whoa.
The Invoker actually getting the kill there with the Forge Spirits. Invoker might be dead, doesn't matter.
Oh, Lion. No, Flame Break misses.
Like, overall, XPC definitely being... Oh, and the Sunstrike.
Oh,
Barely
just
missing on the
next to
Lion
him.
there. I heard the sound, I was like, oh my god, Lion was just heading back to base with low HP. That would have killed him, definitely. Like, this is a... Yeah, this is a 280 damage Sunstrike. This would have probably been a kill, yeah.
It looked pretty good at the start for UFH.
Yeah, because they
Just-
they were like 3-on-1 versus the Invoker, but the rotation coming fast in, and yeah. Also, no defensive Astral Imprisonment there for the OD. He waited very long with it, and so the Gyrocopter died still. I actually thought he was out of the fight, but no. And in the meantime, there's also stacking going on for XPC, so this is gonna be a very, very tasty stack for Luna. So far, it's a double stack, but we're gonna see this triple pretty soon, in about 20 seconds. And yeah, I think farming-wise, it's time to look at the graphs. XP, we have 5,000 for XPC here, and the gold 5,000 as well. So it's actually not as much as I thought. I thought we might look at like 7k, 8k now with the towers down and like 13.7. But yeah.
Yeah, but 12 minutes in. Oh, actually, hookshot onto the Luna. There's the battery assault, but Moonlight Shadow comes out as the Brave Fire Blast together with the arrow, and they do get the counter kill.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Luna hasn't been there alone. Mirana luring in the background and the easiest arrow of his life into the cogs. So yeah.
Yeah, as I was trying to say, I mean, 5k gold, 13 minutes in now. It is pretty much, oh, some action. They're just stunning the Hellbear Smasher. What? Now Astral Imprisonment, followed by an Earth Spike, actually the Hex, but Breaking. No, he doesn't have enough mana for the ultimate, so it just goes down.
This was a bit greedy. They wanted to take the dominated creep here. They weren't actually successful with it, so... But still, they interrupted that stack. We have a double... No, we have a triple stack already for the Gyrocopter, so...
Yeah,
I
but
think-
they did just block the camp now. They just put the ward there. So at least it won't be a
Yep.
quad stack.
But
But
still,
Gyrocopter is farming it.
I was about to say that there's soon a fight about who's getting the stacks, and maybe you can even steal a stack, but Gyrocopter wanna end this like pressure on the game. They take it, and the Mirana stealing that XP. Look at this sneaky Mirana, and from the side even the Luna coming in.
Yeah, she wants to maybe get a nice arrow. Their whole team is there, so one arrow followed. Oh, getting the familiars. 200 gold already there.
This is a mismatch.
Bat Rider going in as well. They do get the lasso onto the outer tower, and he goes down before he can do anything now. Lion next on the menu, and they will grab him for lunch. Actually, Clockwork coming in.
Oh,
From
he
the-
misses the hook
Oh.
on the own dominated creep.
Oh god,
He hook
such
shot
a
it.
disaster.
That is a
And
disaster
Luna
indeed.
took all of the creeps as well.
Yeah. So Luna is saying thank you for those. I think there were like 4 big ancients still up. So Luna is definitely saying thank you for those creeps. Plus I have my own stack, which is by now a... yeah, this is a triple for Luna. They could make it even
Yes.
4, but apparently, yeah, their stacking creep is not going away. But Mirana is already blinking. He's asking like, guys, why aren't we stacking even like a quad stack?
Yeah, he should probably give control of the minion to one of his supports, so that the supports will always
I'm
stack
pretty
for
sure
him.
they have it. Maybe they just missed it because the fight was about to happen about these seconds.
Yeah, might be. And Lion getting stunned by the Brave Fire Blast. There's the Cold Snap as well. Arrow to follow actually on the outward Devour. 5 seconds. Will there be a follow-up? Moonlight Shadows is used, and for some weird reason nobody's died yet. And Brave King just going ball deep. Finally, there is this.
But this time he had enough mana for the ultimate. But he's getting stunned again.
Yeah, will there be any help? Actually, the arrow not in range, and that is one kill for them. Invoker now getting Astral imprisoned up. There will be the Hex, which is level 4. So a pretty long duration, 4 seconds. Earth Spike to follow. Soul Assumption, they actually do get 2 kills as Luna
Very nice. And now the Mirana having... Oh, and another hookshot who goes into a Familiar. So the Clockwork not being very accurate with his hookshots there. Anyway, this rocket is gonna fly stun, but no, they don't want to follow. And they even killed it on the way. But yeah, Clockwork, your hookshots definitely not an asset to this game so far. There were 2 hookshots where you could make a difference in the team fight. But overall, I mean, Team UFH here getting 2 easy kills under the tower. The Rough Knight being a bit too aggressive there. So yeah, they're happy after they're losing their stack, getting 2 free kills, 2 for 0.
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice for them. The Luna was just farming out the stack, so he's at the moment doubling the net worth of the Gyrocopter actually. So that's pretty huge. But I would have liked to see him at the top fight as well. He just went so aggressive, and if there would have been just an Eclipse from the Luna, which is
she's
funny enough only level 1.
They don't use the... No, they have no cliff, they already use it, so she gets a solo tower now as well. That's even worse. And she already got 4 points. Oh, she's level 13. The Gyro is level 11, and Gyro's net worth 6,000, Mirana on 10,000. She's getting even the towers. She got the Dire and the Radiant stack. This Mirana is this Luna is gonna be very fat.
She has the Manta style now finished, just coming up with the courier.
And the Midas is running all that time, something the Gyrocopter doesn't have.
Yeah, it's going so nice for him, but yeah, as I was saying it before, it's rather weird that he only has 1 point in Eclipse.
Yep, and
that just shows that he doesn't want to fight, he wants to farm.
Visage just disconnected, but the team doesn't bother so far. No, now there's a pause. Well, in the pause, we can look, I don't know, at some vision, I guess. We have already some vision coming out here around the Roshan, but to be honest, I don't think Roshan is at all possible. If anyone, XPC or UFH is going for Roshan, this is gonna end in either way disaster, because there's vision and all the team fights are so heavy that one side will definitely lose and they will transition into a follow-up Roshan. So I don't think either team wants to risk this right now. Then again, we see a smoke now on the Clockwork and the Lion. The Barrier is already heading back, and there's also a Force Stuff in his inventory, so he's going to be very mobile as well. Plus he can get out of Cox now, which he can already get by Firefly, but just in case the Firefly is down. So I don't know, I think the Clockwork needs to really, I don't know, get better on his hookshots, because he missed them twice now. The 2 hookshots he cast were both into either Familiar or the Dominated Creep by Gyrocopter. I think he really can make a difference in this game, especially if he catches out Invoker or even the Luna, so the Luna can't cast anything like Eclipse.
Yeah, the Clockwork really hasn't had an impact so far. The only really nice thing he did actually was getting the solo kill on the Luna before, but that didn't really stop the Luna, as you can see.
Yep, no, the Luna doesn't care so far. Like right now XPC is making this game with 4, and it's going a bit forth and back. They had also had some unfortunate trades, but Luna doesn't care. She's farming, and that's, I mean, right now she's far ahead of the Gyrocopter, and I even think if in direct comparison, Gyrocopter versus Luna, Luna absolutely wins. If you give the same items on Luna with the Gyrocopter and you put them into a team fight in a similar setup we have here right now, the Luna is coming out of top simply for the fact that her AoE is permanent, while the Flag Cannon being nerfed on a higher cooldown right now. Yep, I think he comes out on top of that.
Yeah, I think 1-on-1 probably the Luna would win as well, because the Gyrocopter just usually a better kind of AoE team fight damage with the Flag Cannon, but the Luna just attacks so damn fast alone already. But now with the Helm of the Dominator, as well as when the Wraith King is around, the Vampiric Aura, he has so much lifesteal. At the moment 40%, and if Wraith Knight gets one more, Wraith King rather, then it will be 45% lifesteal just randomly at all times.
Yeah, and also there's the only like upside on the gyrocopter versus the Luna is that like the flak cannon has a much further range. It's like a 1000 radius, which is huge. Sometimes you get hit by a flak cannon and you think like, the fuck just hit me here? Like I was so far away. No, it still hits and it follows you wherever you are. That's the only good thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely looking grim for UFH, but like this game is definitely not as dominated by XPC than the other game. Like there's any time the opportunity to come back. I'm surprised about the Rev King setup. We don't see a soaring, we just see a stick, and he's probably transitioned into drums paired with Tranquil boots here. Um, Pretty uncommon, I think. And also the Mirana now having a bracelet. Is that drums too? I don't know what's coming out of there. The Lion has arcane boots. I guess this is just for the team item because he went like for a 3-4-1 yeah, 3-4-1-0-1 build, and I don't know. For the
I
team
actually,
experience.
I like the arcane boots overall. The Lion, quite mana dependent, as you can see. 200 mana for the Hex, 200 for the ultimate already, which
Yeah.
is actually, once it gets level 2, it boosts up to 420 mana. So you run out of mana quite fast, and you probably don't have time in the fights for the mana drain. So
Yep.
I guess that's the reason.
I was wrong though with my prediction because I actually thought we're gonna see mana drain at least level 2, simply for the fact that you can imprison the Rev Knight, and when he comes out you just mana leech him, so when you kill him he's below the threshold of his ultimate. Because he doesn't have much mana. Like if he casts is minus 140, so he's standing there with 300 mana, minus the imprisonment which steals intelligence, minus the mana drain by the Lion, and you pretty much kill him and you don't have to deal with his damn ultimate. That's what I thought. Anyway, we see this again.
Oh yeah, Clockwork and Lion, they're gonna die, or are they? Actually, XPC
Moonlight's coming
thought
out.
there were more heroes there. Arrow to fly, and it just hits together with the lasso, and Sunstrike not even necessary. Now they're going in for the Clockwork as well. Brave King is so damn fast with the drums, and yeah, he doesn't get away. There are some body blocks, Flame Break to push the Clockwork back even further. And Batrider is coming in, slowing down with this napalm. Fall down is there, and the Brave King might go down. Oh.
Gyrocopter directly running into an arrow. Now imprisoned.
And Eclipse is there by the Luna, finally getting the kills.
This is really bad.
Buyback by the OD, but I think it's too hasty. It just doesn't result with
For
any
what? For
kills.
what this buyback? There's nothing to follow up. Their Visage is still DC'd and apparently has problems coming back into the game, so I guess they decided to just keep going. And I don't know, the OD now with debuff quite long actually, and they transition into the tier 2 there. Like from one failed gank attempt into a very successful chase. And I think they can keep going here. Like the Gyro is down for another 10.
Yeah, they'll probably just take tier 2 after tier 2. Invoker with the Foots of Travel now up on the top lane already. Going towards that tier 2, the mid lane almost pushing in as they want to go for something. Hex is there on the Batrider, but he can probably catch up to the Lion. There is the Flame Break to get him back, and Brave Fire
This line
Blast.
is that, and the hookshot missed as well. So this is again no hookshot hitting a proper target. It's quite common to actually see this nowadays with the Clockworks not hitting their target. Even yesterday in Starlight, like I don't even remember what game it was, but like the Clockwork had like not even 10% accuracy on his
That's
hookshots.
pretty bad, but Batrider on the hunt going in, lasso onto the outward Devour, and they should get him before there's an imprisonment. and yes,
Nothing
they
he
do.
can do. Absolutely chain stun. We have mini stun by Luna. We have the arrow not even being cast. We have the ultimate. The stun by the Rev King. And they didn't even use cold snap or anything like that.
And that is the tier 2 now as well.
Yeah.
Just furthering their goal lead, and that's of course the Visage still being disconnected. I think UFH have, in their mind at least, already lost this game and given up. Really
It's too bad
unfortunate.
because like at the point where like the Visage connected, I have given them still a chance to stay in this game. Like this wasn't over on my scoreboard at least.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't over. There's always a comeback chance when there's an OD, the ultimate, can do so much damage. There really aren't any intelligence heroes. Of course, the Invoker, the Batrider as well, have a pretty nice intelligence pool. Other than that, though, it could have just bursted the other 3 heroes, especially the Brave King with the OD ultimate.
And Wraith King already being tanky enough to tank Roshan, and he has 4 points in the Vampiric aura there. So the Aegis gets denied. So thank you for the items, they say again.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, the Gyrocopter. He does miss the Deafening Blast and now getting turned up on. It does go down as well. There's the Earth Spike onto the Mirana. Mirana might go down. The Arcane Orb doing a lot of damage, but he misses with his Sanity's Eclipse. Now less so onto the Outward Devourer. The Eclipse is there as well. Wicked sick on Milan, on the Luna. And they will get the Gyrocopter, I would think. The minus armor even coming out.
They chase him, but he got 3 stacks. He's so slow and is finally going down. That's even a multi-kill. Every kill even going to the Luna here. Yeah, Luna just name of the game. Unfortunate for the Outworld Destroyer, because I think he could have taken out 2 people there with the Insanity Close, but...
Yeah, he wanted to get the Mirana real bad, but Mirana leaped away just as the Sanity's Eclipse was coming out, so he just dodged it.
Yeah, and now the Claves are bouncing here. It's nothing he can do. There's even... oh, the Sunstrike coming in.
Yeah, but thank God the Invoker turned around just in time.
They can't do anything against it. That's the problem right now.
It's looking really bad and
Yep,
escalating extremely quickly.
This is a matter of minutes till like UFH is getting this back here. I mean, as in like the game being over and
Yeah.
XPC just finishing.
Oh, Arrow onto the Outworld Devourer. Can they follow it up though? I think Brave King will go in with the stun. Yeah, there's the stun as well. So, Lucent team not there actually. There's the Hex. Oh, nice. 4-step out. Luna would have been caught by the cooldown. So now just man fighting with the Gyrocopter. There's the Mirana. Mirana might go down one more hit. No, just leaps away and gets back to safety. As
And
Lion.
there's the GG call, finally. About time, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, they fought bravely, but like with 1 man down by disconnect, there's just no chance you can get it up. As I said, by the time the Visage disconnected, I would have seen this game being turned around by a nice fight, maybe even some standoff at Roshan, but as it went down, they couldn't bring their 5th player back, and therefore the game goes to XPC. Anyway guys, if you like what you heard, what you saw, then please follow us on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter. You have all the links below. I'm Heflatv, with me is Coucher, we're the casters from Heflatv, and you can always check the schedule also below Twitch. I will update it as soon as possible about the next games. We will be casting this tournament all the way up to the finals, I hope. Anyway, see you soon.